Yes, BBC have actually explained why Boko Haram has not been defeated even after a decade, because Boko Haram has been for a very long time, and it keeps amazing Nigerians. How come the Nigerian army has not been able to fight this terrorist sect? Nigerians have gone to other countries to fight heavy wars, and they return home successfully. So what has happened in the soil of Nigeria, where Boko Haram has been able to thrive for over a decade, and they are still thriving? Well, I don't know what the problem is, but I believe others know what the problems are, because right here BBC have given reasons, 6 reasons actually, why they have not been defeated. That is Boko Haram in Nigeria. Anyway, more details will come to you guys, but please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. And don't forget, this is Saffron Media, and we are here to give you the best, the most trending, exciting, reliable and authentic happenings in Nigeria, especially in the area of politics and many more. So ensure you stay tuned, relax, enjoy, and get the best right from here. All right, my dear friends, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report. Yes, it says 6 reasons why Boko Haram have not been defeated in Nigeria. The phrase that Nigerian militant group Boko Haram had been technically defeated is ringing increasingly hollow. 7 months into his first term in 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari coined the term, but the group and its offshoots have never gone away. The military has managed to retake territory and dislodge the fighters from some of their hideouts, but a recent spike in deadly violence focused in the northeast, where the Islamist group began its insurgency in 2009, has led many to ask what is at the root of the authorities' failure. Already this year, there have been nearly 10 attacks. According to one estimate, a number of military bases, as well as towns including Giadem, Damasak, a hub for aid workers, and have been overrun. Hundreds have been killed, and weapons, food, medicines have all been looted. There are 6 main reasons why Boko Haram has not been defeated despite the government claims, expert says. Number 1, the root cause not addressed. An over-reliance on military strategy to confront Boko Haram is at the heart of the state's inability to deal with threats, argues security analyst Kabiru Adamu from Beacon Consulting. That's why, unfortunately, almost 11 or 12 years into the counter-insurgency operation, we are not seeing major successes, he told the BBC. Yes, the military will dislodge the terrorists, but then, because they are still able to exercise influence, they are able to recruit, they are able to generate funding, they are able to acquire weaponry, then they regroup. Experts say that it is not the people in the northeast sympathize with Boko Haram and its splinter group, the Islamic State West Africa province, but that neglect from the authorities and desperation often drive people into the hands of militants. The reality is that to address insurgency or terrorism, you need more than military operation. You need to address the root cause of the insurgency, Mr. Adamu says. Unfortunately, we haven't seen enough efforts in that regard. He points to lack of good governance that leaves the populations impoverished, frustrated, and uneducated as one huge root cause. There are major government initiatives that are meant to speed up development in Northeast, but little progress has been made. There's also the National Counterterrorism Strategy, which also involves economic development and counter-radicalization, in addition to the deployment of troops. But Mr. Adamu says it appears the strategy is not being fully implemented. Others, like security analyst at the Tony Blair Institute for Change, Bulama Bokatri, argued that along with de-radicalization, there should be a huge surge in military activities similar to what was seen in Iraq and Syria when the Islamic State group's so-called caliphate was dismantled. And secondly, he said Boko Haram's ability to recruit, their endemic poverty in parts of the region, as well as the insurgents' violent method enabled a continued recruitment of generation after generation fighters, experts says. People are readily available for recruitment just to survive, security expert Abdullahi Yalwa said, citing the problems of joblessness and poor governance. Mr. Bukati highlights the systematic campaign of forced recruitment of young people. Borno State Governor Babangana Zulum recently told the BBC that the insurgents were even recruiting people who had previously been forced from their homes by the conflict itself. And thirdly, he said lack of equipment, even when it comes to the fighting, there is the problem of weaponry, according to Mr. Adamu, who says that the military is ill-equipped. Research by his firm, B0K0 Consulting, found that there were about 6.5 million small arms and light weapons in circulation in Nigeria, but just 586,000 are in hands of security forces. It is not the case that all of the remainder are being used by the Islamist militants, but the figures highlight that there are a huge amount of weapons available that are not in the military's control. Mr. Adamu also says that what we are seeing based on evidence is that these armed groups have a higher caliber of weapons, unfortunately, than the military. And number 4, he said corruption. He said corruption may be one thing that is holding the military back when it comes to improving its equipment. It is suspected that a lot of money meant to bolster the campaign against Boko Haram has ended up in officials' pockets. Mr. Yalwa says that in some cases the fight against Boko Haram is not being fought with sincerity, and it seems some people have turned it into merchandise and are into self-enrichment. In recent years, the military was hamstrung by U.S. arms embargo over human rights abuses. President Buhari and his predecessor, Goodluck Jonathan, both complained that this was hampering counter-insurgency efforts, but this was lifted by President Donald Trump in 2018, and as a result, Nigeria is expecting the delivery of Super Tucano aircraft. This should build on the military's air superiority, which Mr. Adamu believes is not being used to its full advantage. And military strategy not also working, and also Boko Haram, all of that at a glance. Well, it is unfortunate that our country is just like this because of too many insincere people. So, my dear people, that is it. Our BBC have said what they feel is hampering the success of our Nigerian army against the Boko Haram. So, what do you have to say? Drop your comments and give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.